Laker fans, what's going on? Welcome into NBA Now from Chat Sports. I am your host, Jimmy Crowther, breaking down all the latest Lakers news and rumors. And today we're going to start off with Darren Collison, who just said, peace out, I'm staying retired. He's not coming to the Los Angeles Lakers, nor is he going to the Los Angeles Clippers. Obviously, this report is coming from Adrian Wojnarowski. He says, look, Collison thought about it. He said, timing's not right. I am not going to be making my return this year, but maybe next year could be back in the cards. He wants to focus on his faith. That's why he stayed retired in the first place. And, you know, you can't really blame the guy for that, but here's what he averaged in his career. With times with Indiana Pacers, he's bounced around the league with the Dallas Mavericks, teams like that. 12.4 points per game, 2.7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 39.4% from three. That really is the main reason the Lakers and Clippers were recruiting him so hard, was because he's always been a reliable three-point shooter, and he's a good playmaker off the bench or potentially in a starting lineup in the right situation. Now for the Lakers, this means they're going to go ahead and have to stick it out with the current point guard depth that they have. Avery Bradley right now, their starting point guard, along with Alex Caruso, who comes in, gives them valuable minutes off the bench. Yeah, he plays the two guard a little bit, but he's also a point guard when needed. Rajon Rondo, who I've said on this show before, a lot of you may hate me for it, but I don't like watching Rondo play. I think he is quickly fading and really just isn't a great fit for this Lakers team anymore. And then Quinn Cook, who I think should be getting more of Rondo's minutes, but obviously that's not happening right now. I like when I see Quinn Cook out on the floor. I still think he has some value to bring to this Lakers team and really could be the Darren Collison they were looking for, just a little bit younger, and he could come in and be that three-point shooter. Now, yes, the Lakers missed out on Darren Collison. I agree with that. I think he would have been a great fit in LA, but I think the team that is hurting more from the loss of Darren Collison is the Los Angeles Clippers by not getting him. Now, yes, the Lakers wanted him and the Clippers wanted him. I think the Lakers had a better chance anyway, but the Clippers really needed him, I think, more than the Lakers. They have Patrick Beverley on their roster, but outside of him, there's no true point guard on that team. Lou Williams can play the point guard, but he is a shooting guard. He gets the ball and he looks to score. Landry Shamet, another shooting guard. They traded Jerome Robinson. So Beverly's their only real true point guard. I know they run their offense through Kawhi. Darren Collison would have been a huge help to that team, but neither LA team is going to get DC this year. Maybe he will roll back around in the summer. So I got a question for the Laker fans. I don't care about you Clipper fans in this one. Do you feel like Darren Collison snubbed the Lakers? Do you feel snubbed by him? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Now, you know the drill. You've been watching long enough here on Chat Sports that you're going to get hit with one of those YouTube ad breaks. I know. Just scroll down, go ahead, respond to this comment, respond to this question. Let me know. Do you feel snubbed by Darren Collison? Now let's get into the player that was reported along with Darren Collison. This was kind of in Adrian Wojnarowski's report. The Lakers are getting set to kick the tires on Dion Waiters, who was just bought out by the Memphis Grizzlies. The quote was that they are going to have exploratory conversations with Waiters about possibly signing him to a deal. Now, one thing to remember is Dion Waiters was formerly represented by Rob Pelinka, now the president and GM of the Los Angeles Lakers, so there's already an existing relationship there. Now, Waiters hasn't played a lot this year. He's been hurt. He's been suspended. He had that weird gummy bear incident on the airplane, whatever that was. But the last time he did play some consistent minutes in 2018-19, he looked pretty good. Now, he played in 44 games for the Miami Heat, averaged 12 points per game, 2.6 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and shot 37.7% from beyond the three-point arc. I was a big believer in Dion Waiters for a long time. I still think he has a lot left to give to the league. He's not that old. He's a little out of shape, I'll say that, but he's just a baller. He goes out and he gets buckets. And the guy that's pushing for the Lakers to sign him the most is Kendrick Perkins. Now, say what you want about Kendrick Perkins on the air. Maybe he makes some stupid comments, but I think this one makes a little bit of sense. It might be out of proportion. We'll break it down. Perkins said, I'm going to say it again. The Lakers need to get Dion Waiters with like 18 exclamation marks. He's a walking bucket, a knockdown shooter, a defender, underrated passer, and he's a dog, all caps. His talent has never been questioned. It's always been his professionalism. That's very true. This could be another Dwight Howard story. Now, I'm going to pump the brakes here just a minute and kind of break down this quote because look, if he was really a walking bucket, a knockdown shooter, a defender, an underrated passer, and a dog, he wouldn't really be bought out by the Grizzlies. They'd be using him a little bit more. He's got his big question marks. That's the biggest issue, but I do think he could be a good fit for this Lakers team. Now, before I talk a little bit more about Dion Waiters, listen up. It's almost Valentine's Day. For the guys out there watching, for the girls out there watching, you're running behind. Maybe you still need a Valentine's Day gift. Well, it's not too late thanks to our friends, our ad sponsors at Pro Flowers. When you use our custom link, chatsports.com/flowers, easy enough to remember, you get 15% off any order. Pro Flowers has flowers, chocolates, teddy bears, candies, whatever you need to get for your significant other. Maybe you're celebrating alone. That's okay. Go get yourself a nice little gift from Pro Flowers. Get 15% off any purchase order at chatsports.com/flowers. Now, why exactly would the Lakers look at Dion Waiters? Well, they do have some really good three-point shooters. I'll go ahead and say that. They have Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who's a 41.4% three-point shooter. He's leading them right now. Quinn Cook, although he isn't playing a whole lot, does shoot 39.7% from beyond the three-point arc. Danny Green, of course, at 38.2%, even though he's been a little bit disappointing due to his contract. Troy Daniels at 36.9%, another guy who's low-volume shooter, but a good shooter still. And then, of course, Alex Caruso at 36.3%. So Dion Waiters comes in. He could be, if he shoots that 37.7% again, the fourth best three-point shooter on this Laker team. I think he has a lot to give. And I think he'd be an upgrade over this guy, J.R. Smith. Now, we know the Lakers are looking to give J.R. Smith a workout. They're at least going to look at him. But I think Dion Waiters is way more ready, and way better at this point in their careers than J.R. Smith. So I think I'm passing on J.R. and going for Dion Waiters. But let's put the numbers side by side. We'll look at J.R. Smith's career versus Dion Waiters' last healthy season, where Waiters put up that 12 points, 2.6 boards, 2.8 assists, and 37% from three. J.R. Smith, meanwhile, in his career, very similar numbers, 12.5 points, 3.2 boards, 2 assists, and 37.3%. Now, that's all of JR's career. That's the last healthy season from Dion Waiters. I think I'm going Dion Waiters in this debate if it actually comes down to one of the two. But who would you rather sign if you are the Los Angeles Lakers? So put your GM hat on, type J for J.R. Smith, type D for Dion Waiters. I'm going Dion Waiters. I think J.R. Smith is maybe the sexier name here, but Waiters is the better player. And I would like to see him. I think if his attitude is in check, go for Dion Waiters. But let's face it, Waiters and J.R. Smith, neither of them are exactly outstanding character guys. They come in and they give you buckets. That's what they do. Now, before I get into my next rumor here, I want to remind you to subscribe to this Lakers only channel, youtube.com/LakersTV, where you do all Lakers all the time. I'm putting out videos on a regular basis. Hannah's putting out videos on a regular basis. Everyone is pitching in on this Lakers channel at Chat Sports. So hit the big red subscribe button and we'll keep the videos rolling for you Laker fans. Now, let's talk about these two guys, Tyler Johnson and Reggie Jackson. We'll start with Tyler Johnson here. Was waived by the Suns. He's fallen out of the rotation. But now that Darren Collison's not an option, Tyler Johnson could be a plan B. He's only 27 years old, and he's been only playing 16 minutes per game this season, which is a career low. When you look at what he has done this year, it ain't pretty because the Suns aren't really giving him much of a chance. At 16 minutes per game, 6 points, 2 boards, 2 assists. I think he's got a lot left to give in the league. I don't think he's done. He's 27. He's athletic. He can get to the basket. I still think he can shoot pretty well. The problem is he was getting paid too much and had too high of expectations. But now you get him on the buyout market, Tyler Johnson could be a fun guy to watch in LA. Now, before I talk about Reggie Jackson, I want to remind you about Pro Flowers. Everyone needs reminding. I know. Valentine's Day is almost here. You're scared. You don't have a gift. Go to Pro Flowers. Chatsports.com/flowers. You get 15% off any purchase order. You order flowers, chocolates, candies, big old teddy bear, whatever you want, 15% off when you use that custom URL that we're giving to you here on Chat Sports. Now, the guy that intrigues me the most is Reggie Jackson of the Detroit Pistons. Here's the deal. He's still under contract, but he is discussing a potential buyout with the Pistons. At the time of this video, maybe you guys already know by now, but when I'm filming this, he has not been bought out yet. I think he should be bought out because the Pistons, this is my favorite word to use here on Chat Sports, the Pistons stink. They traded away Andre Drummond for a bag of chips and a half-drinking Dr. Pepper, and he's 29 years old. He's got a lot left to give in the league, but he can't give anything to Detroit because they aren't competing for anything except the #1 draft pick at this point. Now, I don't know if they're going to buy him out, but I still think they should. I think Reggie Jackson should be pursuing that buyout and should go sign with a contender like the Los Angeles freaking Lakers because he would be a starting point guard right away. Now this year when he's been healthy, he's averaging 15.8 points per game, 3 boards, 5 assists. He's a 40% three-point shooter. Look, this guy is so underrated. I love Reggie Jackson. I think he's got a bulldog mentality. He comes in, he plays hard no matter what situation he's in. Imagine if he went from a poor situation in Detroit where he can't win a dang game because the next best player was Andre Drummond, and now he's gone. And then their third best player was Blake Griffin. He's out for the season. Their other best player is Luke Kennard. He's been hurt all year. The Pistons stink. Get Reggie Jackson on a good team like the Lakers. All of a sudden, this is your starting 5. You get Reggie Jackson, a 15-point-per-game scorer, next to Danny Green, another 39+% three-point shooter, LeBron James, JaVale McGee, and of course, Anthony Davis, the Defensive Player of the Year. This is a good team. This is a championship caliber squad. It already is, but you throw in Reggie Jackson, and that point guard can stack up with any of the point guards in the league. So, yeah, I got a little fired up there about Reggie Jackson at the end of this video because I think he'd be perfect on the Lakers, and I'm tired of seeing him waste his talent on the Detroit Pistons. So, let me know in the comment section. Here's how we're going to end the video. Who should the Lakers target now in the buyout as a buyout candidate? Excuse me. They obviously swung and missed in the trade deadline. It wasn't really eventful. That's fine. There's a lot of good names in the buyout market, so let me know who you'd like to see as a Laker in the comment section below.